Missouri State Bears basketball comes to you today from JQH Arena in Springfield, Missouri. A big Missouri Valley Conference series starts today as the Missouri State Bears host the Bradley Braves. Hi, everybody. I'm Don West, along with the former Bear great and Missouri Sports Hall of Famer Kelby Stuckey. Kelby, big matchup in the Valley this weekend.
Well, the Bradley Braves, traditionally one of the better defensive teams, may have some personnel issues tonight. And Missouri State, winner of its last three over traditional Valley foes, Illinois State and Southern Illinois, should have a good game today.
Bradley at 11-11 overall, 5-8 their Valley record. Missouri State's coming in at 12-5 and 8-5 in conference play. And big news coming in just a few minutes ago that Bradley will be without some players today. There will be some adjustments to both these lineups for Bradley. Linky, McAdoo, Kent, Tavanainen, and Mast. And for Missouri State, Sharp, Black, Mosley, Hervey, and Prim. And Spencer Brown drawing a late start for Missouri State.
Well, if you're the Bradley Braves, one of two things is going to happen. Either you're going to get blown out because you lack experience and your guys have never played before, or they will step up and not be afraid of the moment and play a very good basketball game. So, interesting to see what will happen.
Tip-off brought to you by the Missouri State Bookstore. Shop at the bookstore on campus or online at MissouriStateBookstore.com for all your bearwear needs. The officials are Winston Stith, Roland Simmons, and Brad Gaston. So just about 20 minutes or so ago, it was announced to us that Bradley would be without three starters plus a top reserve, including Elijah Childs, the leading scorer and rebounder for the Braves. Not in action today, nor tomorrow. The shot clock runs out on the Bears.
And right away, you see this Bradley Braves team, regardless of the personnel. They are traditionally one of the better defensive teams in the Valley. You see right there, defend the entire shot clock, force a turnover. Good defense.
In addition to Elijah Childs, Danier Kingsby is out. Terry Nolan also out. And Jashawn Henry, the top man off the bench. And Rick Mast gets the score for the Braves.
A lot of freshmen in the lineup for the Braves, but what you see is athleticism and height as well as length. All of the things you need to defend on the basketball floor.
So that's about 40 points per game average that Bradley is missing now today and tomorrow. A carry, a palming call now on Missouri State, and it's due to violations of program standards. Suspended today and tomorrow's matchup here at JQH. So a different Bradley lineup that those of you watching in Peoria have not seen. And Rick Mast hits a three, and he has the game's first 5 points.
Big time shot by the freshman. 6'9" with the ability to bang inside on defense and the dexterity and touch to step outside and knock down three-pointers.
Now an offensive foul on Isaiah Mosley. The Bears' leading scorer and one of the most improved players in the country, coming in at 21 points per game, first in the Valley, just under 21. And he's also top 10 in rebounding.
And I mentioned at the top of the broadcast, one of two things will happen. Well, guess what? The latter of those things seems to be appearing at this point. Young players stepping up and making big plays, even though they may not have played a lot up until this point.
Tough shot there is missed by Darius Hanna. So three freshman forwards are starting for the Braves, including redshirt freshman Rick Mast, 51, guarding the ball. Missouri State inserting Spencer Brown in the lineup today. And Javonte Black not in the lineup. We're also seeing, I guess that's the only change with Brown out there. To the basket, the score for Kevin McAdoo. A lot will be on his shoulders today.
Smart play by McAdoo, drawing a defender, knowing that he's got a roll guy going to the basket with him. He makes the proper decision, finish at the rim.
Bradley out to the 7-0 lead. Nearly 3 minutes in, and Isaiah Mosley gets Missouri State on the board. the current Missouri Valley Conference Player of the Week and a 3-time selection this year. A push goes to Spencer Brown from behind. Defending Ville Tavanainen, sophomore from Finland. Connor Linke now checks in for the Braves. Another freshman playing in his 9th game this season. And McAdoo will go to work for the Braves. It's the 65th all-time meeting between these two. Missouri State leads the series 39-25. Bradley won 2 last year, 91-78 here and 83-79 in overtime at the Carver Arena. Long possession comes off to Missouri State. Sharp lost the ball. And McAdoo down floor to the basket. It stays out. Masked, working in against Prim, and out it comes for a 3. And that is off. Jason Kent taking that shot for the Braves. And we'll go Missouri State's way.
And you gotta like the hustle by the big fella, Mass. Takes it off the dribble in the open floor on the break. Makes a great pass to a wing guy and then follows that up with a great offensive rebound opportunity. Not to mention he scored the first 5 of the game. Great start for the freshman.
Nick Tata checks in for the Bears, the 6'10 junior from Australia by way of Glenn College in Texas. Jamonte Black with the miss.
Black off balance that time, forcing one against this Bradley pressure.
And out to the arc again for Bradley. Instead, it's a 2, and it goes for Jason Kent. He plays in his 18th game today, so all but 5. Averages 2.4 points per game, and some of these guys that you're not as familiar with for Bradley are going to have to pick up a lot of slack today. We'll get an early timeout here. 4.5 minutes in, and Bradley out to a 9-2 lead over Missouri State.
It was never about the gold. It was always about the goals. I didn't reach them just by training my body, but my mind as well. So close your eyes. Visualize all the ways you could break through. Then, imagine everything that could go wrong. A false start, a bad turn, broken goggles. Now picture yourself staying calm and overcoming every obstacle. Open your eyes. Train what's under the armor.
Maybe the most snow we've had around here in 6 years or so. But the Braves are here for this game and one tomorrow afternoon at 3 o'clock. In this revamped Valley schedule this year, very limited fans and masking in the stands today. Missouri State looks to build a little momentum after a slow start. They'll look to Mosley. Off to the arc. Bradley defending really hard. Gage Prim, strong and in. And the foul.
And Missouri State breaking that pressure with the logical move inside to Gage Prim. Force Bradley to defend your best inside score, which will help break that pressure on the perimeter.
Antonio Thomas checks in, a sophomore from Memphis, at guard for the Braves. Gage Prim this past week announcing that he will indeed take advantage of the extra season he's been afforded, and he will come back next year for Missouri State.
Good news for the Bears.
This will go to Missouri State as the Bears look for momentum. Dana Ford over there right in the middle of things for the Bears. In his 3rd season, a record of 44-38. Got his 100th overall win, counting his tenure at Tennessee State. 2 games back in the Missouri State win at Illinois State, his alma mater. Black's three is down.
Great play inside out by Missouri State. You get that inside bucket, you establish Gage Prim. Once you can draw that pressure inside, outside to an open shooter, great play from Missouri State.
5-0 for the Bears since the timeout. And they'll say Bradley's ball out of this. Braves team has won 2 of its last 3. They won at Valparaiso on Wednesday, 76-52, and split 2 with Southern Illinois in Peoria.
Missouri State has to speed up this young Bradley team. A lot of young guys on this team not used to being in this situation. You can't allow them to play careful and not play with pressure.
Inside. Won't go for Keaton Hervey.
Great cut, great pass from Gage Prim. Hervey unable to finish.
Hervey had a breakout game with a career best against SIU on Wednesday here at the Q. Now to Prim underneath from Mosley.
Great pass.
And the Bears catch the Braves, and it's 9-9. Rink Mask spins one out. And Missouri State on a full-fledged run here now after falling behind 9-2. Prim, and they look for Sharp cutting. Hervey recovers, and the drive goes in.
Great shot fake from Hervey. Show him the basketball. Move his momentum to one direction, you go the other. Textbook perimeter fake and drive from Hervey.
9-0 now for Missouri State to take the first lead of the game, and here's Prim with the steal. And Gage Prim getting his 21st steal of the year. He's the Bears leader in both steals and blocks, 20 of each coming into this game. They look to Prim outside the block, working on Mast. Good coverage in there by Rink Mast, and the shot clock at 2. Sharp gets capped two-handed style by Darius Hannah.
What a block by Hannah. Strong drive by Sharp, but a better defensive play from Hannah.
The Braves will take the arrow. Sean East checks in for Bradley, a sophomore guard from Louisville. He wears number 5 in the red.
And
Jared Ritter checks in for the Bears.
And you got to love this response from Missouri State. Kind of got off to a slow start. The freshmen started strong, started with some confidence. Missouri State brought some pressure to their defense and started to get the ball inside to Gage Prim to break that perimeter pressure from Bradley. Nice response by Missouri State.
Brian Wardle directing the attack from the Bradley bench in his 6th season. A 92-97 record, and now an offensive foul on the Braves end. This goes to Jason Kent for his first.
And a good-looking freshman guard has shown the ability to put it on the floor as well as shoot from distance. Not a bad defender to boot.
Lakai Patterson in for Missouri State, another freshman. And Prim off the glass.
Big time in the post from Gage Prim.
11 straight scored by the Bears.
Nice pass.
And blocked from behind by Mosley. Now the scramble is on. Missouri State away with the ball. Mosley with the look. Black with the 3. The timeout called by Brian Wardle. Missouri State has arrived after getting here a little bit late, but the Bears lead at 16-9. Now on a 14-0 run at the Q.
I think the sketchy website I bought this turtle from stole all my info.
Ooh,
Have you looked on the bright side? Discover never holds you responsible for unauthorized purchases on your card. That's my turtle.
Fraud protection. Discover something brighter.
Introducing new Extra Charge coffee at Dunkin', because it's time for a little extra this year. Extra boost, extra kick. So we're extra good to go. New hot and iced Extra Charge coffee with 20% more caffeine. Order ahead plus earn rewards. America runs on Dunkin'.
Hulu show my team hit a game winner. Switch. I seen her walk off for a series clincher. Hulu has live sports. Hulu.
Damn, that was dope. But it's Hulu doesn't just have live sports.
Hulu doesn't just have live sports.
You also have to say 65 live channels. Plus Hulu's entire streaming library.
I don't know, man.
We can make that work, right?
Hulu doesn't just have live sports, it's a lifestyle.
Miguel Burchell, Oscar Valdez. This is about heart. This is about passion. You want must-see TV? Look no further.
Bears basketball on the Missouri State Television Network is brought to you by Taco Bell, your Midwest Ford dealers, and by Price Cutter.
Bears lead at 16-9 over Bradley here in the middle part of the first half. Don West back with Kelby Stuckey, and a resurgence there for the Bears in that last segment.
Well, you saw Missouri State start to put some things together, some pressure on their defensive end, able to force the younger players, speed them up a little bit, make them make some mistakes, and on this end going to Gage Prem inside, getting that ball inside and breaking that good Bradley pressure. They've been able to break that team down and then pass the ball inside out to the perimeter shooters. Black with a couple big threes. Good defense from Mosley and a great pass after the penetration.
Bradley had been on a skid since recovering to win 2 of their last 3. Before these last 2 victories, they hadn't won since January 17th against Evansville. But with these 4 key players out and also still missing the 7'1" Ari Boya with a foot injury, it's a group of Bradley players. Kelby, as you said earlier, they've got nothing to lose tonight. They're out there putting it all out.
Young kids that don't really expect to play when you've got veterans like Elijah Childs. Those guys are not available tonight, so those young guys get a chance to show what they can do. No one's expecting them to do a whole lot. So when you're in that situation, you just go play your best and see what happens. So far, they've done a pretty decent job.
Still in a drought as the 3 won't go for missed. Lakai Patterson got that last Bears foul. And Black's 3 is down, his 3rd of the half.
Black's got it locked on automatic here early for Missouri State.
17-0 now, the run for the Bears. And McAdoo with the kick out, and the 2 is good. Antonio Thomas gets his first points. So that run extended to 17 straight points for Missouri State. Now down low to Patterson.
Great cut from Patterson off the weak side. You've got a great passer like Prem. It's in your best interest to be a good cutter.
Travel will give it back to Missouri State with DeMarcus Sharp reporting back in, and Jason Kent returns for Bradley. A lot to cover tonight in terms of things that have been going on in the Missouri Valley Conference. The NCAA setting that deadline this week of February 26th for teams that want to either declare their regular season or tournament champion their automatic bid to the NCAA. We're told here from the Missouri State Brain Trust and Rick Kindhart that March Madness will go on, and it really will have no effect on the Missouri State plans. The three stays out for Tavanainen. He'll follow and go to the line.
And
DeMarcus Sharp gets the Bears foul, his first.
And if you're Coach Ford, you're not happy with that play. If you're giving up a jump shot, a permanent shot to a shooter, and you don't block him out and let him get his own rebound, it's a Rule 1 violation for most coaches.
Ville Tavanainen, a sophomore from Finland, was a member of the Valley All-Bench team last year. He averages 8.6. He's at 41 threes and rarely misses a free throw. Now 16 of 18 for the season. Sure enough. And the touch will go to Missouri State.
Got pretty good size. Showing the ability to play an athletic game on the floor.
Inside, and a step called on Hervey.
One dribble too many for Hervey.
Keaton Hervey out of New Mexico Junior College. Getting better and better defensively as well. He drew 2 charges in the first Illinois State game. Now foul against Hervey. Team foul number 5 on Missouri State. Bradley with Tavanainen to bring it in. And a little shake to the backboard, but McAdoo gets it down.
McAdoo with the change of speed that time. He's got a taller guy on him, and Hervey slows down just enough to get a burst on Hervey and get to the rim.
So Bradley within 7 now. And Black with contact, and count it. Javonte Black with big numbers coming in, and he'll go to the line. Jason Kent gets his second. So Bradley has 8 scholarship players available today, plus a couple of walk-ons. It is Black for 1. From Columbia Rockbridge, like his running mate Isaiah Mosley. And they have lit a spark under this program now in their sophomore years.
Yes, they have.
Bradley will look. Tavanainen flashed underneath. They couldn't find him. And the ball stripped away from McAdoo. Brad Gaston will come in and say that is Bradley's ball out of this. And Mast works against Ritter now. Ritter with the switch and covering out front. And that is a 2 that's in for Sean East.
Lefty shooter East off the bounce and pull up. Well done.
They got some lefties. Linky is a lefty and Hannah is a lefty. Jared Ritter finds the sideline there out of bounds.
Ritter could probably make it from the truck.
Under 8 here in the first half. And this one is down. Tavanainen's first field goal, give him 3 in the game. He led the Braves at Valparaiso on Wednesday with 14. Now it's Ritter. Stayed in bounds that time. His 39th 3 of the season.
I like this kid, Tavanainen, for Bradley. Has a good feel for the game, and he plays really hard, looks for his shot, helps you out on the board, he's physical.
Eight to shoot for the Braves. And the miss, sharp up floor. Bradley made 17 threes here at the Q last year, the most they had ever made in a Valley game. So far, one in this one. Ritter spins one out. And an open look at three is passed up by Hanna, but not by McAdoo. Kevin McAdoo, 2 years at Eastern Michigan, played in 59 games there. Just coming back after taking a leave of absence and missing 10 games. Personal issues, family matters for McAdoo. Jamonte Black with his fourth three of the half.
Jamonte Black playing outstanding basketball for Missouri State. Not only a big-time shooter, but a big-time leader. He and Mosley, as you alluded to earlier, have really made a big difference in this Bears basketball team from last year to this year, where they were freshmen and now they're sophomores. The biggest thing being not their play, their leadership. Their leadership has done wonders for this Missouri State team.
This stays with Bradley. We're at the under 8 now at 5:50 to go in the half, and Missouri State up 30-18 over the Bradley Braves.
I think the sketchy website I bought this turtle from stole all my info.
Ooh. Have you looked on the bright side?
Discover never holds you responsible for authorized purchases on your card. That's my turtle.
Fraud protection. Discover something brighter.
Introducing new Extra Charge Coffee at Dunkin', because it's time for a little extra this year. Extra boost, extra kick, so we can get it extra done. New hot and iced Extra Charge Coffee with 20% more caffeine. Order ahead plus earn rewards. America runs on Dunkin'.
Wow. That's a low price.
Oh, wow. That's a low price.
What?
Ooh, that's a low price.
You're so good at low prices.
Yeah.
That's a low price.
No, low price.
Dog life.
Low price.
That's a low price.
With everyday low prices at Amazon, anytime is a good time to save.
Hello.
Hey, Dad. Bobby's wondering if you could watch cartoons with him.
Yeah, sounds nice. I hope we can soon.
Dad, check your email.
Okay, click. Hi, Grandpa! What is this?
It's Sling Watch Party. You can invite people to watch live TV with you.
Wow.
Hey, family.
Oh, how'd you get in there, Todd?
Sling Watch Party is live TV together from anywhere, only from Sling. Get the best of cable for the best price.
Let's go, Peloton. Welcome to your 30-minute full body strength. Yes, you can.
Conference basketball today here at JQH Arena, Springfield, Missouri. Missouri State in its last game on Wednesday against Southern Illinois, getting its 1,700th all-time win. They shot 49% in that game. When they shoot 50%, as a team, they are 23-0 under Dana Ford, including 8-0 this year. 49 was close enough, I guess, in that game. Bears beat the Salukis 65-53 on Wednesday.
Well, anytime you can play and share the basketball and play really good, unselfish basketball with good movement, you're going to get good results, and that's what Missouri State has done all year. Offensively, they played really well. Haven't always defended as well as they may have wanted to, but there's no doubt about this team being a talented offensive team that does a great job of running its stuff and sharing the basketball.
A Bradley team that won the Valley Tournament 2 years ago. It was their first title in 31 years. They came from 18 down to beat Northern Iowa. Nice cut underneath. And the score for Tavanainen.
Tavanainen, there's that guy playing without the basketball. Great cut, great pass, great finish at the rim.
And last year, the Braves repeated as Valley champions, beating Valparaiso in the championship. And Jared Ritter lights another one up, his second three, and his 40th of the year.
And I don't think there's anything prettier than A catch-and-shoot jump shot from Jared Taylor. It's textbook. Great balance, great release, great job.
Prim goes up big for the rebound. That win for Bradley last year in the conference tournament final over Valparaiso. Going to reach foul on Connor Linke here, and that's going to be his third. Last year, it was the first time for Bradley to qualify for the NCAA in back-to-back years since 1954 and 55. And, of course, they didn't get to play last year's NCAA tournament. Linke to the bench with 3 fouls to further deplete the Bradley Chargers. Out to the arc, and DeMarcus Sharp looks into Prim.
Great pass. Great inside-outside basketball by Missouri State. 3 times into the post, 3 times out, and then penetration back to the post for the basket.
Bears get the margin back to 15, approaching the 4-minute mark here in the first half. McAdoo covered by Sharp and inside, straight up defense. And it is out of bounds to Missouri State. With timeout at 3:57 during the first half. Missouri State a 15-point lead over Bradley.
I think the sketchy website I bought this turtle from stole all my info.
Ooh. Have you looked on the bright side?
Discover never holds you responsible for unauthorized purchases on your card. That's my turtle.
Fraud protection. Discover something brighter.
Ballin', but on a budget. The new $1 Your Way menu at Burger King will help you stack that bread, spend less bacon. So try a flame-grilled bacon cheeseburger, chicken junior, fries, or a drink for just $1 each. So save that bacon and get it on your burger instead, because getting more for your buck at BK just hits different. The new $1 Your Way menu, now at Burger King. Your way, way better.
If you want a partner, take my hand, dog. Here I stand. I'm your man, John, the fragrance.
It's NBA on ABC time. Heat Lakers, Celtics Pelicans on ABC.
An all-Mexico showdown.
You can run, but you just can't hide.
Miguel Burchell.
He's the devil, but he's in disguise.
Oscar Valdez. This is about heart. This is about passion. Right hand. You want must-see TV? Look no further. This is star power from the jump. This is the best of the how good is this kid? 25-20 with that combined player production of the ones not able or eligible to play tonight because of the violations of program standards, combining for 40 points of offensive output per game. And Ryan Wardle dealing with it as well as he can here now. His team jumped out to a 9-2 lead before Missouri State went on a 17-0 run. And the Bears will get the ball out of this timeout. With the situation we're in, with all players now being granted an extra year, a 5th year, if you will. A nice poke by Sharp, and the Bears get the ball back. Brian Wardle in a video feature from the Missouri Valley Conference this week called the end of this season a time that will be, quote, open market free agency for getting new players to commit.
I don't quite understand that statement.
The
Nice
score for Gage Prim.
First drive. So if you sign up for an extra year, does that mean you can transfer as well? Is that what the
I mean, it's going to all start shaking itself out when the time gets closer, I guess. But the fact remaining that everyone will be everyone on a team right now, freshman through senior, is eligible for a 5th season. Now here comes Darius Hanna in for the Braves.
Jason Kent having a little bit of a struggle right now. It's kind of fighting up against the wind. That is this Missouri State team trying to force his will against a strong perimeter defense from Missouri State instead of kind of letting the game come to him. Using his Blake got the basketball to create some opportunities for himself. I'm sure the coach is going to have a conversation with him about that.
So you're going to see big-time recruitment from junior colleges as a result of this. Here's Rink Mast getting tangled up with Gage Prim for the first foul on Mast. It'll be in the 1-1 now for Missouri State with 2:31 to go in the half. Rink Mast came out and scored the first 5 points of the game, but none since. It will be Gage Prim shooting. Over 1,000 career points now for Prim, combining his time at West Texas A&M, which is Division II. And Prim now with 11 points. Prim had 7 blocks at Northern Iowa in one of their games there. Tied a school record held jointly by Ricky Johnson from 1983 and Scott Hawk from 1987. And Prim now has passed Hawk from 1977 for Hawk. Prim has passed Hawk on the Bears' career scoring list. He's into the top 90 now.
And he'll get an extra year to continue to add on to that team.
2:11 before the half. And a pull-up. Ritter gets a hand up there, but it goes in anyway for McAdoo. Well, that was Thomas rather than McAdoo there.
Thomas is supposed to have make a decent contribution for this Bradley Braves team. He's scored a couple baskets. Has done a good job of handling the basket.
Move it back out to Mosley. Just 2 points in the half for Mosley. He'll find Ritter at the shot clock buzzer, and it won't go.
Good pass.
Ritter blocks it from behind. And we wind to the final minute. Prim takes charge in the lane. And the first half timeout for Dana Ford. 14 and a half now for Prim to go with 15 for Jamonte Black.
Gage Prim over the top. Not words that I thought I'd hear myself say. Gage Prim over the top for 2.
He was held to 2 and 4 points in the 2 games against Loyola. Came back strong and has 14 in the first half here. Valley's leading rebounder, just under 9 a game. So the senior from Aurora, Colorado, Gage Prim, going to work in the lane.
Rain, go away. Come back again another day. Gage Prim takes it strong and finishes over the top of the big fella for 2.
Here in the Ozarks, they're going to be saying snow go away here in about 2 days, I'm afraid.
Yeah, that's the word.
Thomas there with a miss. Done all he can. Now it's Ritter again for three. Count it. Ritter's third and the Bears' seventh. 3 of the first half.
Great design from Missouri State that time. 2-for-1 shot clock situation. And your best guy off a little delayed screen action. Catch and shoot. Jared Ritter is able to knock it in for Missouri State.
Marcus Sharp gets his second foul. Sean East at the line. Out of Louisville, transferred from UMass and was immediately eligible. Great passer in his own right, had 8 assists in their season opening win over Toledo. Two throws for East. Now 30 seconds for Missouri State. Game clock, shot clock, very close. And Javonte Black won't be in a hurry here. We'll keep the eye on the red number on the shot clock. Mosley with 4 to shoot. And Brown gets loose. And Winston Stith will call it too late from the other side. So 1.7 seconds now for Bradley.
Good job by Bradley, taking away the primary shooters from Missouri State. Brown not able to get it off quick enough.
Half court finds the front rim for Covenanting, but the Bears lead it by 20 at halftime. After Bradley jumped out to a 9-2 lead at the start, the Bears awoke from hibernation, and Missouri State leads it big time, 44-24 at halftime.
I think the sketchy website I bought this turtle from stole all my info.
Ooh, have you looked on the bright side?
Discover never holds you responsible for unauthorized purchases on your card. That's my turtle.
Fraud protection. Discover something brighter.
It was never about the gold. It was always about the goals. I didn't reach him just by training my body, but my mind as well. So close your eyes. Visualize all the ways you could break through. Then, imagine everything that could go wrong. A false start, a bad turn, broken goggles. Now picture yourself staying calm and overcoming every obstacle. Open your eyes. Train what's under the armor.
Hello?
Hey, Dad. Bobby's wondering if you could watch cartoons with him.
Yeah, sounds nice. I hope we can soon.
Dad, check your email.
Okay, click.
Hi, Grandpa!
What is this?
It's Sling Watch Party. You can invite people to watch live TV with you.
Wow.
Hey, family.
Uncle!
How'd you get in there, Todd?
Sling Watch Party is live TV together from anywhere, only from Sling. Get the best of cable for the best price.
Ballin', but on a budget. The new $1 Your Way menu at Burger King will help you stack that bread, spend less bacon. So try a flame grilled bacon cheeseburger, chicken junior, fries, or a drink for just $1 each. So save that bacon and get it on your burger instead, because getting more for your buck at BK just hits different. The new $1 Your Way menu, now at Burger King. Your way, way better.
Welcome to the club. 3 miles.
New day, new choices. Choose faster.
4 miles.
You see this 17 of 23.
Yeah.
Don West back with Kelby Stuckey, halftime at JQH, and Missouri State with a 20-point lead. This is the Great Southern Bank halftime report. Great Southern, understanding what really matters. Member FDIC. Well, Bradley jumped out to the 9-2 lead behind Rick Mast early on, but the Bears, from that point, went on a 17-0 run. Missouri State has led ever since by around a 10 to 15 point margin, but they extended Kelby to 20 here at halftime.
Well, you've seen this Missouri State team kind of transform. Missouri State trying to kind of transform from a slow start to getting Gage Prim involved here early on, kicking the ball up the floor.
Some of your first half highlights with Kevin McAdoo scoring 4 points for Bradley. And Jason Kent with his only 2 of the half for the Braves. The look down low to Gage Prim as he finishes with 14 in the first half, mostly close to the basket. And this one goes for Keaton Hervey for his only 2 after the big game on Wednesday against SIU. And 2 more there for Prim and the Bears as Missouri State leads it 44-24. A little more into some of the stats when we come back after this timeout. It's Missouri State Bears basketball on the Missouri State Television Network.
It's NBA on ABC time. Heat, Lakers, Celtics, Pelicans on ABC.
An all-Mexico showdown.
You can run, but you just can't hide.
Miguel Burchell.
He's the devil, but he's in disguise.
Oscar Valdez.
Turn your name in red. They won't know
This is about heart. This is about passion. Right hand. You want must-see TV? Look no further. This is star power from the jump. This is the best of the bad gooders this kid.
Hulu has live sports. Hulu.
Dame, that was dope, but it's Hulu doesn't just have live sports.
I don't know, man.
We can make that work, right?
Hulu doesn't just have live sports, it's a lifestyle.
For the Bradley Braves. This game tonight at the Q, honoring Coach Dana Ford and his wife Christina's local charity, the Rebound Foundation, which has to do with protecting women from domestic violence and all that is surrounded by that problem. There is a plan in place tonight where fans can make pledges per rebound that is made in this game, and the proceeds go to the Rebound Foundation. You can go online to thereboundfoundation.org for information about that great charity. Again, Dana and Christina Ford, and doing their part in keeping the world free of domestic violence. Well, let's have a look at some of the first half stats. And Missouri State just absolutely lit it up in the first half. 74% from the field, 17 of 23 shooting, including 7 out of 10 from the three-point arc. Meanwhile, Bradley goes 1 of 8 from 3 and 10 of 28 from the field.
Well, basically two different teams appeared. Early on, the Bradley Braves played great defense, got out to a big lead, and then Missouri State just turned the tide or turned on the switch and ended up shooting 74% from the field for the first half. And that's just outstanding basketball by Missouri State. And then I think we kind of saw the inexperience of the Braves after the hot start.
Rebounding led by Missouri State 14-12 in the game as well. Missouri State oddly had no offensive rebounds, and Bradley had 5 of their 12 on the offensive end. But the Bears are winning just about every statistical category after that slow start. Yeah, that was a cause for concern for Dana, but a nice recovery by the team.
Well, you kind of knew, like we said early on, one of two things would happen. The young guys who never played before would just step up and have amazing games. And it seemed like that was going to happen at first, but then you saw the veteran savvy and the experience of Missouri State kind of take over. Bradley had good pressure on the defensive end. Missouri State able to go inside out and start to break that pressure, and then you kind of saw the whole thing break down for the Braves.
Bradley has won 3 in a row in the series over Missouri State going back to 2019. They have never won 4 straight over the Missouri State program, and they've got a tough hill to climb here with the Bears leading by 20 as we head for the second half when we come back on the Missouri State Television Network.
You're not just another policyholder to us. We remember your name. Hi, Cheryl.
You remembered my name.
Because it's your name. That's simple human sense. Ask your independent agent if auto owners makes sense for you.
Did you know the source of odor in your home could be all your soft surfaces? Odors get trapped in your home's fabrics and resurface over time. Febreze Fabric Refresher eliminates odors. Its water-based formula safely penetrates fabrics where odors hide. Spray it on your rugs, your curtains, your furniture, all over your home to make it part of your tidying up routine. Febreze Fabric Refresher for an all-over freshness you'll love.
Find your rhythm, your happy place. Find your breaking point. Then break it. Every emergency gives you a potent blend of nutrients, so you can emerge your best with Emergency.
It's NBA on ABC time. Heat Lakers, Celtics Pelicans on ABC.
An all-Mexico showdown.
You can run, but you just can't hide.
Miguel Burchell.
He's the devil, but he's in disguise.
Oscar Valdez.
Turn your name in vain. They won't know
This is about heart. This is about passion. Right hand. You want must-see TV? Look no further. This is star power from the jump. This is the best of the how good is this kid?
Bears basketball on the Missouri State Television Network is brought to you by Taco Bell, your Midwest Ford dealers, and by Price Cutter.
Nearly ready for second half play here at JQH Arena, Springfield, Missouri. Don West along with Kelby Stuckey. Finally, we get some basketball on the Missouri State Television Network, KOZL locally, WMBD in Peoria, and on ESPN+. Sunday's game will be ESPN Plus only at 3 o'clock Central Time between these two teams. Stuck, it's been a long time coming that we finally get back with some Bears basketball locally.
Yeah, really missed it because of these COVID circumstances, not able to come together regularly, not able to view basketball in the normal format and in the normal way. just looking forward to things returning back to the way they used to be.
We'll get there. We'll get there. Wear your mask. Get your vaccination.
Yeah. Basketball in its purest form. Fans being involved, enjoying the game. Players playing for the fans and for the fans enjoying them. It's a wonderful thing. Just really glad to have been a part of it for the last 30 years of my own life. No. Well, I'm being honest. I'm being generous with 30 years. It's more like...
Oh, yeah, you're counting them up there now, aren't you? You and I are the same age.
Yeah, it's more years than I really want to admit now.
I watched you play when I was a student here, late 1980s, and the explosion of success under Charlie Spoonhour, the Bears coaching legend. So Bradley 20 down as they begin with the ball in the second half. Bear foul to Keaton Hervey. Kind of quiet in the first half. Hervey with 2 points and Isaiah Mosley just 2 points. And there's Spencer Brown getting his second foul.
Yeah, that's just not a smart foul. Spencer Brown. Don't want to put these young guys in the penalty early.
2011 seconds. And now offensive this time on Bradley as Brown goes down. Pavanainen gets his first. And we check at the scores table. Looks like we're ready.
I like this kid, Pavanainen, as a player. Very active and strong. He plays really hard in his basketball.
Off into the lane, and it's a travel on Mosley. Big news in the Missouri Valley Conference today. Loyola and Drake is a weekend matchup in Des Moines. Loyola won big today, 81-54 over Drake in a matchup of the top two teams. But Drake is now without its leading scorer, Shanquan Hiphill, who is out with a foot injury for what's expected to be 4 weeks or so. Bears get it ahead to Prim, and he slams it to save the possession, and they rush to him to help him up.
Very odd play right there from Gage Prim running the floor. It seemed like he stumbled when he caught it. Or either caught it while it was off balance.
So Drake suffered just its second loss of the season. Remember, they were nationally ranked, and now Loyola is ranked. And the Ramblers are 18-3, and they improved to 13-1 in the conference today with that win. And now a palming call will get the ball back to Bradley.
I think you've got to be pretty careful here with Missouri State. Allowing these young guys to continue to find some offense, find some confidence. Could find yourself in the game here later on in the late parts of the contest.
Left-hand flip for Darius Hanna, and he's on the scoreboard.
And a nice play that time from Hanna. Trying to do a lot on the perimeter, an inside-outside kind of guy, but that time using his size and his length down in the low post. Nice little shoulder shake to a nice jump hook and some good touch.
Mosley looking for a shot here. And he'll find one way or the other. This one won't go. And it's Pavanainen. Little deep on that one. Prim got rid of the ball before he completed his fall there. Nash sticking fairly close to him, and it's DeMarcus Sharp for three for his first points of the game.
Nice shot from Sharp.
And he's capable. He had 21 in the second Loyola game for the Bears.
Yeah, he's shown the ability to shoot perimeter shots. You know that he's a very capable floor general guy. Like now, on the break, head up, finds the right guy, but he can't knock down shots.
Spencer Brown with a miss. Spin and the flip by McAdoo. And followed by Darius Hannah.
And a dangerous guy for Missouri State is Hannah at 6'9", with great length and a nice left-handed touch. Really struggled in the first half, but now starting to show some signs of life, some signs of being able to contribute in this game. And that could be a problem if he starts to play really well here as the game continues.
Only 4 freshmen on the Bradley roster, and 3 of them started this game. Kevin McAdoo gets his first foul. Darius Hannah was on SportsCenter Top 10 in November with a dunk over an Oakland player.
I can see how that could happen with that limb he's got. Holy moly. Once he starts to figure some things out. And you can, Coach Wardle it seems like he's just reloaded this team. He traditionally has good talent, but he's got great length and exceptional talent in his young guys on his team. You're going to hear from this team in the next 3 or 4 years, as usual, as part of the normal. Bradley's going to be a team you're going to have to deal with good talent.
Patterson, the running miss. That Loyola Drake matchup tomorrow at 2 o'clock will be on ESPN2. Push from behind and count it. Jamonte Black gets the foul. And 1 free throw coming.
And that guy, Tabanayan, again.
Get a timeout, 15:48 to go. And Missouri State up 47-30. DeMarcus Sharp lighting it up for his first points of the night.
We make it easy for you. Tax time is here again. Block has options for you, my friend. We can do your taxes virtually. Snap your pick and leave the rest to me. We make it easy. Experts on your phone. You don't have to leave home. We'll get it done right. You can sleep out tonight. In person or virtually. We make it easy for you. Block has your back.
A migraine hope from Aimovig to show up for the sweet, the hectic, the tender, the tense, and fiery. But for many, migraine keeps them from saying, I am here. We aim to change that with Aimovig, a preventive treatment for migraine in adults. 1 dose once a month is proven to reduce monthly migraine days, for some by half or more. Don't take Aimovig if you're allergic to it. Allergic reactions like rash or swelling can happen hours to days after use. Severe constipation can happen, sometimes with serious complications. High blood pressure can happen or worsen with Aimovig. Common side effects include injection site reactions and constipation. It doesn't matter what each day brings, so long as you can say, I am here. Aim to be there more. Talk to your doctor about Aimovig.
This is star power from the jump.
This is the best of the bad goodness this year.
And on that note, tonight's fan of the game is brought to you by Taco Bell's. Tacos, burritos, quesadillas, nachos, and tasty drinks. Served up anytime from breakfast to late night. Taco Bell, a proud sponsor of the Missouri State Bears. They can both be fans of the game. Great to have them at JQH tonight. Missouri State up 47-30. And Vile Tavanainen to the free throw line out of this timeout.
And I can't stop talking about this kid Tavanainen. He does such a great job playing without the basketball. And it's not something that you'll see just in a casual observation of the game, but if you watch him very closely, he moves strong, he cuts hard every cut. He makes the right play with the basketball, he makes the right cut, and not only as a benefit for himself, but also for this Bradley team and his teammates. A great example of how you're supposed to play without the basketball.
Bears lead was 20 at the half. It's 16 now. And Isaiah Mosley will kick out to Herbie for three. Patterson tracks it down, and he releases in time but doesn't hit the rim.
A good defensive sequence by the Bradley Braves.
So that Loyola Drake matchup Sunday at 2 on ESPN2. But Drake is now without Shanquan Hemphill, their leading scorer, for at least 4 weeks. And a score. Sean East now with 6. So Loyola is clearly the front runner now in the Valley. The Ramblers have just the one conference loss. They've already beaten Missouri State twice here. Pretty solid wins both. And Jamonte Black hits three-pointer number 5.
Black continuing to just light it up from the perimeter. Anytime the Bears are in a tough situation, the ball finds him and he makes a good shot. Oh, nice.
And Ritter gets there, but it's Darius Hannah that stays with it and gets the score.
We've seen a nice response in the second half from Hannah after struggling mightily in the first half. Staying with it and continuing to play, make plays for his team.
Ritter's three won't go. Darius Hannah cans another one. He's got 8 points in less than 7 minutes here in the second half.
Good kid can play, no doubt about it. Great touch, great job on the boards, and he's showing some stay-to-itness, so to speak. He's staying with it. He struggled early, struggled in the first half, but didn't let that affect his entire game. Here in the second half, he's giving his team a shot. He's showing some life, and I think it's going to help his team going down the stretch.
Foul to Antonio Thomas. Jamonte Black has made as many as 7 threes in a game. That was against Little Rock here in December. Scored 26, a career best in that game. Tonight he has 18. Sharp, why not? Wide open 3, and down it goes. Bears have come up with some answers to some Bradley baskets here from Hannah and Tavanainen. A lob for Connor Linke, and it's by him. H. Prim with the fadeaway.
There's a whole lot you can do about that. Gage Prim with the Dirk Nowitzki step back fadeaway.
Well, the Missouri State Lady Bears were down for a lot of the game against Illinois State, and Bryce Caleb hits a buzzer-beating layup for the Lady Bears to win 73-72. Incredible season for Coach Shamaka Ogukwa-Hamilton and the Missouri State Lady Bears, and there is Isaiah Mosley with his second bucket of the night.
Nice find from Sharp, nice cut by Isaiah Mosley.
Timeout for Brian Wardle. 11:55 to go here at JQH. Missouri State's lead built back to 20 over Bradley.
I think the sketchy website I bought this turtle from stole all my info.
Ooh, have you looked on the bright side?
Discover never holds you responsible for unauthorized purchases on your card. That's my turtle.
Fraud protection. Discover something brighter.
Hello?
Hey, Dad. Bobby's wondering if you could watch cartoons with him.
Yeah, sounds nice. I hope we can soon.
Dad, check your email.
Okay, click.
Hi, Grandpa!
What is this?
It's Sling Watch Party. You can invite people to watch live TV with you.
Wow.
Hey, family.
Oh, go!
How'd you get in there, Todd?
Sling Watch Party is live TV together from anywhere, only from Sling. Get the best of cable for the best price.
Stay with me, Peloton. You got it. Come on.
Experience total body training
Let's go.
with the Peloton Tread Plus. Go the distance in any weather
Go. Push. Push.
with engaging runs on our softest road.
20 seconds.
This winter, your hardest workouts are right at home.
Remember, stabilize. Good.
Transform your training with the Peloton Tread Plus.
Nice job.
Hulu showed my team hit a game winner. Switch. I seen her walk off for a series clincher. Hulu has live sports. Hulu.
Damn, that was dope. But it's Hulu doesn't just have live sports.
Hulu doesn't just have live sports.
You also have to say 65 live channels, plus Hulu's entire streaming library.
I don't know, man.
We can make that work, right?
Hulu doesn't just have live sports, it's a lifestyle.
This is star power from the jump.
This is the best of the bad goodies this kid.
Fun time tonight at JQH Arena for the Missouri State Bears fans. Some not as active as others in the stands.
The word I'd use is animated.
Some good-looking dogs and kids there, taking it all in at JQH. So the Missouri State Lady Bears win at Illinois State. They're getting used to some last-second heroics. Last year here, Sydney Manning against Drake, Jasmine Franklin at Loyola at the buzzer, and tonight it is Bryce Califf at the buzzer with a layup to win at Illinois State. Blacks 3, not this time. And 100 miles an hour, the drive by McAdoo. He gets fouled before the shot goes up. Marcus Sharp gets his third, and we'll get the under 12 now. 57-37 our score. Missouri State with the lead over Bradley. It's Missouri State Bears basketball from Learfield IMG College.
Gamers! Verizon 5G Ultra Wideband is here with ultra low lag. So start becoming the best gamers in the game. 5G Ultra Wideband, now in parts of many cities. This is 5G built right.
I think the sketchy website I bought this turtle from stole all my info.
Ooh, have you looked on the bright side?
Discover never holds you responsible for unauthorized purchases on your card. That's my turtle.
Fraud protection. Discover something brighter.
Introducing new Extra Charge coffee at Dunkin', because it's time for a little extra this year. Extra boost, extra kick. So we're extra good to go. New hot and iced Extra Charge coffee with 20% more caffeine. Order ahead plus earn rewards. America runs on Dunkin'.
Hello?
Hey, Dad. Bobby's wondering if you could watch cartoons with him.
Yeah, sounds nice. I hope we can soon.
Dad, check your email.
Okay, click.
Hi, Grandpa!
What is this?
It's Sling Watch Party. You can invite people to watch live TV with you.
Wow.
Hey, family.
Oh, go!
How'd you get in there, Todd?
Sling Watch Party is live TV together from anywhere, only from Sling. Get the best of cable for the best price.
It was never about the gold. It was always about the goals. I didn't reach them just by training my body, but my mind as well. So close your eyes. Visualize all the ways you could break through. Then, imagine everything that could go wrong. A false start, a bad turn, broken goggles. Now picture yourself staying calm and overcoming every obstacle. Open your eyes. Train what's under the armor.
Ah, a package. You know what this human ordered? A backache. Consider pain delivered. Pain says you can't. Advil says you can.
It's NBA on ABC time. Heat Lakers, Celtics Pelicans on ABC.
West back with Kelby Stuckey, 57-37. The lead for Missouri State over Bradley. We'll have the Lady Bears against Bradley next Saturday night at 7. Here locally on KOZL and on the Missouri State Television Network. Lady Bears win again. They sweep Illinois State in Normal. The buzzer beater by Bryce Caleb this evening. Basket is in for Sean East.
Sean East is a scorer. Scorer supreme. He's able to find holes in the defense and use his nice left-hand touch to make baskets for this Bradley Braves team.
Missouri State still shooting 65% for the game. Little bobble there, so no travel call. And it's Gage Prim now with 18.
Such a tough matchup in the post. Gage Prim can go left or right, finish with the left or right hand.
Prim is now 8 of 8 from the field for his 18 points. Kevin McAdoo now with 6. Missouri State shot 74% in the first half, 17 of 23, now 6 of 12 here in the second half. There's a kick. And we'll reset to 20. Darius Hanna back to work. These 2 games here at home against Bradley tonight and tomorrow. The last 2 home games for Missouri State this season. Can you believe it? They will go to Southern Illinois next Wednesday and then to Evansville further down the line on the 26th and 27th before Arch Madness in St. Louis, March 4th through 7th. And who knows beyond that. Rick Mask scored the first 5 points of the game, but he still has not hit anything since. Now to the 10-minute mark to go. Ritter looks to Prim. Not this time.
Nice block.
Up to Tavanainen for 3. And we'll get a timeout for Dana Ford. Missouri State's lead at 59-44. So a 15-point lead for the Bears. .9:47 to go. And Bradley, after tomorrow afternoon's game, has 3 remaining at home at the Carver Arena Wednesday night against Illinois State. And then Drake comes to Peoria on the 26th and 7th for the Braves' final 3 games. Bears ball out of the timeout, 9:47 remaining. Look for Prim, working on Mask in there. They'll try it. And go across to Sharp. 4-3. 3 threes in the second half for DeMarcus Sharp.
And such a weapon for Missouri State when you've got an unselfish point guard who knows the game situation, rarely forces anything, but when his number's called, able to deliver as consistently from the perimeter.
There's a bit 11 threes in the game now, and they'll get the ball back. Missouri State's season high for threes is 13 against Little Rock. They're 11 in this game. A slip for Mosley in the recovery. They'll pull it out, and it's Mosley. Won't go. They'll stay with the Bears.
And Mosley kind of caught in a situation where the ball's moving freely and he's not looking for a shot. And really not able to find his touch here.
Foul called by Brad Gaston up front. And it's on Rick Mast. Fourth Bradley team foul. Travel on Prim. Back over to the Braves with Antonio Thomas back in. Kelly, do the Bears need a game like this where Isaiah Mosley has just 4 points and yet they've got a nice solid lead?
I think that it doesn't hurt your team to build the confidence of your other guys. Not really any reflection on Isaiah. He's had a great season. I just think that it shows that it's more of a team. It's not just one guy that's able to play.
Javante Black hits 5 threes. Gage Prim on the inside with 18. DeMarcus Sharp with 3 threes.
And the ball has moved well from player to player. First side, second side, third side basketball. They've done a great job of playing inside out and hitting cutters. So I don't think it does anything. When he's needed, you can expect Isaiah will be there to do it.
A break with 7:55 left.
Gamers! He who is good for making excuses is seldom good for anything else. Take Fuzzy Wuzzy 28. Blaming losses on the laggy network.
Only 1 or 2.
Verizon 5G Ultra Wideband is here. The fastest 5G in the world with ultra low lag. Stop blaming the network and start becoming the best gamers in the game.
That escalated quickly.
5G Ultra Wideband, now in parts of many cities. This is 5G built right, only from Verizon.
I think the sketchy website I bought this turtle from stole all my info.
Ooh, have you looked on the bright side?
Discover never holds you responsible for unauthorized purchases on your card. That's my turtle.
Fraud protection. Discover something brighter.
Free Coffee Mondays for members only. Try the smoky dark berry notes of new Explorer batch or the rich bold taste of new Dunkin' Midnight. Let's get it done with a free medium hot coffee on Mondays for members only. Join on the app today. America runs on Dunkin'.
We didn't just build another hybrid. We built a hard-charging 37-mile-per-gallon turbo hybrid with the range and power to find your next story, wherever it might be. The all-new Sorrento Turbo Hybrid, the world's first storytelling machine.
Introducing a revolution in the world of pain relief. New Advil Dual Action. Advil targets pain at the source. Acetaminophen blocks pain signals. New Advil Dual Action with acetaminophen.
It's NBA on ABC time. Heat Lakers, Celtics Pelicans on ABC.
The Valley runs deep.
Bears basketball on the Missouri State Television Network is brought to you by Great Southern Bank, Mercy,
And by Price Cutter.
$7:55 left here at JQH. Missouri State leading 62-44 over Bradley. A little more on the Lady Bears' comeback win today at Illinois State. A 16-point comeback victory for the Lady Bears. Second time they've done that this year. They did it against Maryland, a nationally ranked team, early in the year. Now they do it today at Illinois State. Lady Bears and Bradley next Saturday night at 7 here on KOZL locally, the Missouri State Television Network. And it's Kavanainen again for the Braves. Team high 13 points. More news from the Valley this week that Valparaiso does not want to be called what they have been called for many years now. Their mascot is out. For now, it's just the Valparaiso basketball team, if you will.
Nothing surprising.
Darius Hanna with Hervey guarding. Around, and he flips it in. 10 in the second half now for Hanna.
Talented player. A young fellow. Getting some run out here today with the veterans. Doing a great job of bouncing back out here. I'm sure it was for him a disappointing first half.
Javonte Black. Three-pointer number 6 and 21 points.
If you keep leaving him, he's just going to keep shooting. I can guarantee you that.
Bears have hit 12 in the game now, only one away from their season high. That will go to Missouri State with 5:56 left. And news from the Missouri State campus area here, if you will. Remember Kabir Muhammad, who played the last 2 years here at Missouri State, had a big senior night last year? His brother Aminu Muhammad today becomes Springfield's all-time career leading scorer for Greenwood Lab School right here on the Missouri State campus. He beat a record that was held by Madi Johal, a Glendale High School graduate who went to Tennessee State, where Dana Ford used to coach. Gage Prim now with 20 points. Aminu scoring 31 points today against Summit Christian from Lee Summit at a shootout up in Bolivar, Missouri today. Taken away by Isaiah Mosley.
Nice pass.
Prim and all kinds of traffic in there. Aminu Muhammad committed to Georgetown University out of Greenwood. Foul call on Sean East. And he's over 2,600 career points now for the Greenwood Blue Jays. And he did it in less than 3 seasons. Did not play his freshman year here at Greenwood.
Phenomenal accomplishment in any circumstance.
Now under 5 to play. They'll play for Patrick Ewing at Georgetown. Did you ever run across Patrick Ewing?
Not as a player, no. I saw him at a couple camps before, but
I was running across him there.
Oh, yeah.
Didn't mean as a player necessarily.
Yeah, I've seen him before. He's a big fellow's no joke.
Ritter, 13-3 for the Bears to tie the season high. split among 3 players. Black with 6, Ritter with 4, Sharp with 3.
Nice fade.
And East leads it a little bit south of the basket there. Out to Ritter. This one won't go. Brim gets up for the board. .335 left. 4 subs holding at the table. 3 for Missouri State. And this shorthanded Bradley team, there's nothing they can do. And there is three-pointer number 7 to tie the career high for Jamonte.
Jamonte has really saved or sparked this Missouri State team this afternoon with his shooting, clutch shooting in difficult moments as well as in gratuitous moments for Missouri State.
Bears ball now. 5 subs for the Bears headed in and 3 for the Braves. So a line change as we get our final a timeout here with 3:01 to go. 73-48, Missouri State on its way to its 9th Valley win.
We make it easy for you. Tax time is here again. Life has options for you, my friend. We can do your taxes specially. Soccer pick and leave the rest to me. We make it easy. Experts on your phone. You don't have to leave home. We'll get it done right. You can sleep out tonight. In person or virtually. We make it easy for you. Block has your back.
It's NBA on ABC time. Heat, Lakers, Celtics, Pelicans on ABC.
Hulu has live sports. Hulu.
Damn, that was dope. But it's Hulu doesn't just have live sports.
I don't know, man.
We can make that work, right?
Hulu doesn't just have live sports, it's a lifestyle.
Missouri State leads 73-48 over Bradley. Tonight's player of the game is presented by Mercy, the official medical and sports medicine provider for the Missouri State Bears. And what a game for Jamonte Black as he scores 24 points so far, with only 2 short of his career high of 26. 7 threes to tie his career best, and a huge game, shooting 8 out of 10 from the field for Black.
Outstanding game for Jamonte Black. Catching the ball and shooting as well as distributing. And the thing most impressive, no forced shots. Playing within the structure of his team and able to deliver when called upon almost each and every time. That's impressive.
So the Bears brought in 5 new players. It'll be Lee.
Foul number 13. Alvin Broccoli. His first.
So 2:40 left and free throws for Jason Kent. Putting them in with 1 to go here for Kent, the freshman. These teams play again Sunday afternoon at 3. Broadcast on ESPN Plus. Now clear of midcourt for Patterson. And it spins out. Follow won't go. We'll go the other way. Broccoli gets a second foul. Not only all this basketball going on, Kelby, but there is a football game on the schedule for Missouri State next Saturday.
Which makes me even more confused. Oh, goodness.
1 o'clock start. And if all this snow comes, I wouldn't want to be the decision maker.
Will this count on next season's?
No, this is the fall of 20.
Okay.
Delayed season by the Missouri Valley Football Conference. First 2 for Connor Linke. Great to see Elijah Bridgers out there. Local player. Over the top, and Bridgers with a miss. And it's tied up. And yes, it will be a held ball call.
Hopefully a bit of a bull in the china shop inside for the Bears.
Finding Tata. And put back. No for Bonkley. Tata, no. Another chance that's blocked. And the Bears still with the ball as Ray Bears battles for it. And Bridgers with a chance for 3. So 1 for Bridgers. He has scored now 7 and make it 8 points in his freshman campaign, playing in his 3rd game. The other 2 being Missouri S&T and William Jewell, so a Division I opponent for Bridgers for the first time. A no look to Ebunkley, and that's goaltending. Count it for Ebunkley. And Ebunkley with his first Bears points, even though it didn't go through the basket. Still count it.
It counts.
High pass is hauled in. And it spins out for Thomas. Under a minute. Missouri State will improve to 13-5 and 9-5 in conference play. Up and around and count this one for Jason Kent.
What to like about this young guy, Jason Kent. Didn't have the best game today, but at 6'7", a freshman with a decent stroke, he's basically needing to learn how to play the game. And once he learns how to play, I think he's going to have a pretty good player.
It's Ebunkley again. Bradley will fall to 11-12 and 5-9. 2 teams match up Sunday afternoon at 3. 3 is good for Thomas Hall, a walk-on, getting in late in this game. But that's going to be it. Missouri State wins it 80-58 over a Bradley team missing 4 key players in its lineup as the Bears get their 9th win in Missouri Valley Conference play. And still in the top half of the conference standings. Bradley falls to 5-9, and we will have our post game when we come back to JQH Arena in a moment.
Did you know Geico could save you hundreds on car insurance and a whole lot more? So what are you waiting for? Hip Hop Group Tag Team to help you plan dessert?
Rocky Road, chocolate peanut butter cookie dough, scoop, yes.
Geico. See all the ways you could save.
Albert Schultz, Oscar Valdez. This is about heart. This is about passion. Right hand. You want must-see TV? Look no further. This is star power from the jump. This is the best of the bad gooders, this kid.